We had no income, and Mother had inherited nothing from my father. He didn't have anything to bequeath to the family. He had a 1929 Model A Ford car, 1929, that she inherited, and a set of harnesses for horses, but didn't have the horses. They were owned by grandfather. So in that kind of poverty, we learned to work with each other and to find our own recreation, and we did all the kinds of things that country kids would do, played all those kinds of games and so on. I was child number 4 in a family of 9 and 3 older brothers. I was enough younger than the 3 older ones that I didn't really fit with their activities. They put up with me because behind me were 2 sisters, and so they put up with me in my tagging along and the things that they would do. My grandparents on both sides of the family were immigrants from Holland. They had joined the church in Holland, and they were distant relatives. In fact, my grandfather on my mother's side was a cousin to my grandmother on my father's side. The temple president of Cardston Temple, Edward J. Wood, organized a reunion at the temple and had all the missionaries of the Western Canadian Mission, which comprised British Columbia, Alberta, and Saskatchewan, to come to the temple, and we'd spend the better part of a week in conference. We'd have various meetings. We'd also have temple sessions. He would teach us for several sessions about spirituality and the powers of the priesthood and the powers of the spirit. As a stake, we were assessed a certain amount of money to pay toward the building of the Jordan River Temple. And at the same time, for some unknown reason, we were transferred from the Salt Lake Temple to the Ogden Temple. We had a little moaning and groaning from our members having to go to Ogden when we're only 15 minutes to Salt Lake. And so we called persons to be temple patrons. We extended a call for 1 year to attend the temple once a week, and this was to senior couples who didn't have other major calls in their church. And that was really effective, because what it did was spread the message about attending the temple to other members of the stake. In addition to they who were called, they'd talk about it and their experiences. Again, is specifics. Generalities. You remember President Monson made a statement that we're specifics. You measure in specifics. It's exactly the principle. He taught that.